Oh, you're getting your football face. What is that?
It could be gas.
No, it's not. You've got this football face.
I do. Yeah, that's true.
Like you've just been eating a bunch of nachos.
Yes,
and
you're
wings. You're not moving from the couch.
No, my team lost. I don't know what to think anymore. My life is over.
Well,
Can we get a bucket of chicken?
Please. Pizza. Cindy Dole with Eric Stromer, my buddy here, and we are having fun at our new time. Home Wizards now waking you up, getting you started for all of your home improvement chores and projects and dreams, and we like to make it all come true.
Right. And you know what? I got to tell you, this whole day that they play this fine game is such a huge thing, isn't it?
It is.
I mean, the advertising dollars spent to make it what it is, the halftime entertainment. You got to have a party when it comes to this Super Day.
Well, I love the commercials, and I put on my Facebook page, I think I shared it with you, they have this commercial. I'm trying to think who it's for, but it's dogs howling to Empire Strikes Back.
Yeah, that's hilarious. Yeah.
And they're all there on cue. These, like they have about 20 of them, all different breeds. And then at the very end, one of the dogs, like a greyhound dog, walks across in a costume that looks like he was in Star Wars. Really cute.
That's so funny. I know. I mean, don't you always, after the fact, to review these online? The winning commercials.
You have to, and then you have to have a game when everyone's over at your house, like, voting for the commercials, and you have to set the stage. So we thought we would talk about that big Super Sunday, that big bowl game.
Yes.
And how to have a little fiesta. So we are just a couple weeks away. Let's set the stage. Now, I know you probably have done this, right? Have you had a Super Bowl party?
Yes, I have. And I'll tell you.
Have you made the football field table topper?
How come you always got to one-up me?
I'm not.
I've never done that.
Oh, come
on. How do you do that?
I am not one-upping you.
You're just you're a better entertainer. I got to tell you. I'm
not a one-upper.
No, you're not a one-upper.
I'm not a one-upper. Hey.
No, you just make pretty things. I throw the slop out like I'm on Ponderosa with Hoss and all the kids.
You do not. I've seen you and Amy entertain. Come on now. Now.
All right.
Come
I do
on
sometimes.
Now. Okay,
yeah.
All right. Now we got that dealt with.
Okay.
But this is come on. You've dealt with faux grass or AstroTurf in
Sure.
your construction work,
yes.
right?
Yeah.
Like you bought it for things. Someone's patio.
Well, yeah, sometimes people like to have that on the patio to give them the feel. Or these man caves, I've done a fair amount of those, sure.
In a garage?
Yes, and that's a great flooring, and then you draw the lines on the turf, and it looks great.
Then you've done it then.
Oh, yeah.
So this is the same concept. You go to the big box store, you go whatever, you get the AstroTurf, and this is going to be your tablecloth.
I like it.
You know that.
Yeah, that's cute.
And now how would you create the yardage lines?
Well,
I've done it with the adhesive.
Oh, that's a good idea.
That first aid
sure.
white adhesive tape. What do you?
Yeah. Well, you could also
you
could spray paint lines and use that tape to mark off lines, and then spray in between those things, and then pull the tape off. You could do that.
Mm-hmm.
You could hand paint it. You could use a white Sharpie. I would
use
imagine.
painter's tape.
Yeah.
Painter's tape would be all right.
Yeah, absolutely.
And then when we get closer and we know the teams and the team colors, then you can get really fancy and put their stickers
that's
over
cute.
it. But it makes a really creative and really great tablecloth.
So then what do you use for the bowls?
Well, you can use any kind of bowl you like. You can get the Star-Bought, the football-shaped bowls,
sure.
any old bowl.
Yeah.
But the key is you got to have the football field tablecloth.
Yeah, that makes a huge difference.
Because whether you're going to have a buffet or not, it could be for your bar. There's going to be a place where people need to go and get something.
Yeah.
And that's where you want to have all your stuff. It's really fun.
It is cute.
You can also use felt, green felt.
Oh, that works. Yeah. And then you could glue the lines on with other felt that you cut out in the long strip.
Mm-hmm.
See how it's coming already? See how good you're teaching me things that I did not know before.
You're teaching me. We're good.
All right.
Well, so doesn't that make you feel like you're at a party?
It does.
And you don't have to buy something that's pre-made. You made it yourself.
Yeah.
So that's that. Done. So now some of the other things you want to think about. Yes, you can buy some of the different cutesy things all these websites tied to that Super Sunday game are out there where you can spend a fortune.
Sure.
I mean, it's huge. It's almost as expensive as the commercials. But I vote for just kind of creating your own thing. And when we know the teams, you can go with the team colors. And then also you can go with the city that's tied to the teams, right?
So we're down to 4 teams.
We're down to 4 teams, the Ravens, the Giants, the Patriots, and the 49ers.
Right.
So those colors, when you're thinking about those colors, whoever the final 2 will be, why not decorate, in those colors?
I love it.
or kind of give it the vibe
or
of the
it
city.
can be sort of a, my team didn't make it. You know what, doggone it, I'm going to do the colors of my team anyway
Exactly.
and protest.
And a little later, we're going to talk about how you can bring the food that is true to those cities and teams. But let's first, again, talk about setting the stage. So something that's always been so handy for me no matter what kind of party I have. Do you have one of those big warming trays?
Yes. You know what I do have? I have a warming drawer.
Oh, my. For bread? And
Sure, yeah.
A warming drawer.
And I just simply turn it on, open it up, put the stuff in there, bam, done. Warm.
Anything. You could put
Anything
like a casserole in there?
I've actually left things in there for days, and they stay perfectly warm and edible. I don't recommend this,
I was gonna say,
but I have 3 kids, and I get distracted sometimes.
And you've eaten it 3 days later.
No, I gave it to Hazel, the dog.
Okay. And she's okay.
She loves it.
Oh.
Yeah, it's a piping hot meal for Hazel.
Probably can open up the drawer herself.
I think she anticipates those times I forget.
She's sniffing in. And the cat, too, right? They're
Little
sniffing.
Jack, yeah, that's the one.
Jack.
Yeah.
So you got to have, if you haven't purchased one of these, and now they actually make them with 3 different sections, which is totally cool.
Oh, that's great.
So it's an electric thing, and now you have, if you can't decide what you're serving, or you want to keep 3 different things warm all at once,
right.
It has almost like a professional restaurant.
Great
right
idea.
There. And you can get it for like
now is it a sterno heated thing or is it
electric?
It's electric. And is it individually regulated in terms of the different sections or just one thing?
All across. You want to get the electric one. Because the ones with those candles, they're lame.
No, I don't think
those
they
are
work.
lame. So get this, and they sell them at Target, all kinds of different places, about $20-$30, and you will use this, I promise.
Sure, if you're entertaining, you got to keep the food warm.
All the holidays, it's great.
And I'll tell you, to the point of my warming drawer, it's not big enough. You know, you can only warm so much in it.
And do you really want everyone dipping into your drawer when you're having all these people over?
I don't think that's any of your business.
All right, you got to have a crock pot. You have a crock pot.
I was just going to say that. I have a crock pot, and I use this thing at least once or twice a week, and it's so easy.
Once or twice a week?
Absolutely, because I put the stuff in the morning before the kids go to school.
You're making the marinara sauce.
Oh, you said it, girl. You know it. I do make it. That and the short ribs and you put a little barley in there after a minute, and boy, that's good. Be careful with the barley though, because if you put too much in it, it's like styrofoam. It blows up out of the thing.
Then you feel a little bloated and puffy.
Well, yeah, but that whole crock pot starts to rise like bread dough if you put too much barley. I've made that mistake. It was like a Lucy episode. It just started coming up over the top. Yeah. We got barley! Run! It was like that.
It's taking
kind of
over.
Yeah.
Well, but seriously, the crock pot thing, our crock pot, I think we've had it, gosh, it's at least 10 or 15 years, and you can, use it for anything, forever. Sure. And it's going to be great for your Super Sunday party, I promise. Yeah. Do you have a DVR?
Yes, I do.
We do not have a DVR.
Don't you have it on your cable box provider?
I don't think that we do.
I think you might.
We might?
I got to talk to Billy.
So you can relive, so you can play back and see that controversial game
Yes,
moment?
I can record everything, on the DVR. Yeah.
All right. Well,
I mean, it's built into the box, so yes. Yeah.
Well, make sure you have one of those because you're going to want to not only see the commercials over and over again.
No question.
And Madonna, who's doing the
Hello.
halftime.
Like a Voyagin'.
And Amy worked with Madonna.
She choreographed a couple of tours of hers, yeah.
Uh-huh.
That's right. Taught her some moves. I actually may have inadvertently choreographed Madonna.
You mean you are probably
responsible? I threw out some gestures while she was working.
The Vogue stuff.
Yep.
You were doing that.
I'm not going to say I did. I'm not going to say I didn't. But let's just say I was there. And something may have happened.
And she copied your moves.
I don't know. Could have, like Jagger.
You get the moves like Madonna.
Know I do. Yeah.
All right. How about having the touchdown?
Yeah, I will tell you. You know the movie Night at the Roxbury? Remember that? Those 2 Saturday Night Live characters that did head bobbing at the same time?
Yes.
They were looking for a choreography for that. My wife did that years ago, and she needed non-dancers because Will Ferrell and the other guy were not dancers. So I came into the studio with another friend of mine, 2 guys that really don't do this, and did the moves, and then she copied them and emulated guys that don't dance and taught them that movement.
Madonna?
No. The Night at the Roxbury.
I thought you were going to say Madonna was back again. I think we got a little complex.
Take a look at that scene in Night at the Roxbury. I am the guy responsible for those moves.
Okay.
That's what I do.
Well, when we come back, we're going to talk more about moves and things that you need to have for that Super
Bowl
Sunday
party
football game. It's going to be fun. We have more things you need to have to set the stage, and then we've got some fun food items and things you want to serve up.
We can't wait.
You have people over, right?
I'm hungry
Home
already.
Wizards, Eric Stromer, Cindy Dolan. Our new time, 8 to 10. That's right. We're here in the mornings to have some fun with you and improve your home and improve your life. We're back in a moment on KFWB.
Let's hear it from my baby. You know you gotta understand. Oh, maybe he's so Romeo. He's my loving one-man show. Oh, oh, oh. Let's hear it from the boy.
Yeah, there. See?
You see that I may have invented that?
See, that's
See?
Eric. He really did inspire Madonna's moves.
That's right.
See, no one knows this.
Well, that I
We
know.
need to get it
My
out
wife
there.
was frantically trying to come up with choreography back years ago during the girly show.
Uh-huh.
And she was choreographing stuff, and so she was working movement out, and she would do this stuff, and I think I may have influenced her.
Well, we'll see.
She got all the credit, of course.
Well, when Madonna takes the stage at that Super
She may say,
Sunday
"Thank
game
you, Eric
at her
Stromer."
halftime, we're going to watch.
She hates me.
Eric Stromer, Cindy Dole. She does not. This is Home Wizards in our new morning time, I should say, here on Saturdays 8 to 10, where we're helping you improve your home and improve your life early, right?
That's right, 8 to 10.
Because
That's what we
it's-
do.
Here it
Hey,
is.
and don't forget, guys, yourhomewizards.com. There's
Thank
so
you.
much great stuff there to see, so please go visit that
And
lovely site.
if you go to our Facebook pages, you will see a great picture of Eric with an alligator.
Gator hunting.
Is an alligator or crocodile?
It was an alligator.
It's an alligator.
Yeah, down on the bayou.
And a big snake.
And a snake that's about 10 feet long,
Kind of
coiled around my
a yellow,
body.
it looked like a constrictor.
It was one of those snakes that can crush you to death if it,
It was
wants
a
to.
thick
Wasn't that
mama.
amazing?
And that alligator, even though its mouth was taped shut.
So yeah, here's the deal with the alligators. If you tape their mouth shut with electrical tape when they're closed, they don't have any outward pressure to open their mouths. But if they bite down, you're a dead man. So powerful.
And you were saying
this
the
thing,
tail.
The thing was 5 feet long. It was a small alligator. I sat on the back of it to get the tape around it, and it literally bucked me like a tiny little, horse. It was so strong.
Mm-hmm.
So we got the tape around it. I picked it up and I carried it back to the pickup truck to scare my associate on my show that I'm doing. And I show up with an alligator and a snake and go, "Hey, look at this!" Ah! She's freaking out about it.
But you're saying that this is not their feeding time. So
This
that's why
this is a
they're-
dormant time for them. So normally at this time they're okay. But if it's feeding time, it's more in the spring, and you're within 10 feet of this thing, you're dead if it wants to get you. I mean, these things, people don't realize they can sprint 0 to 60 in like 4 seconds. I mean,
Jeez.
in that short distance.
Like
They're
a bobcat.
Seriously, like crazy fast.
Well, that brings us to, speaking of feeding,
Yeah.
a couple of
Great segue.
A couple of weeks from now, we're
That's
going to
it.
be eating and eating and eating and watching a lot of football
You
on
know
that
it.
Super Sunday game. And it's fun to have a party. It's fun to set the stage, to have people over to root together. And you've got to have a TV in every room.
And you know what I love about that day? Culturally, we're all given permission to just shovel food into our mouths.
Kind of.
And it's okay.
Yeah.
Like we all know we're going
and
to do
it's almost
this.
like the greasier the better.
Exactly.
And if you got to have a TV, I think, in every room. We did a party like this a few years back. In fact, we even had a TV in the bathrooms because you don't want to miss.
You don't want to miss a thing.
You can't miss a thing.
No. And I know Bill's a huge football fan.
Huge,
Yeah.
and then of course you want to see the commercials and you want to see halftime, and it's fun to have all the snacks and the stage set. So we already talked about having your own football field tablecloth, which you can make out of artificial grass or astroturf, and then make the little yardage lines with either spray paint or that white first aid adhesive tape, or you can use felt as well, and then have some of these different bowls and chip dip sets, and of course you want to make sure that you have beer steins if you're going to have Eric over. You gotta
Yes.
you gotta have some beer steins.
Nothing beats a frosty mug.
Right? You got to have that,
Yeah.
and you got to have the crock pot and the professional warming tray. But what to serve? And we thought that we would go through some of these fun things that we've decided that I think would be must-haves for your menu.
Right.
I mean, what would you say is the thing that you've got to have at that super game.
Well, it's got to be munchy food, right? It's things that you can sort of snack on, go to. You don't have to have a sit-down meal. You can grab it as you grab it and eat it while you're standing and going, oh my God, no, don't do that. You know, you're doing that whole thing. So it can't be a sit-down dinner.
It's got to be hand food.
That's right.
And when we say hand food, it can be anything like, well, the standards, chicken wings.
Right.
Why not have
Who
some
doesn't
chicken
love
wings?
them?
Yeah.
Little celery stalk as well.
And we found a great website. It's called mantestedrecipes.com. It is hilarious. You go to
It's really fun.
I mean, they're really goopy, sinfully good. I mean, it's manly recipes, and it's everything from the sour cream and the cheese and the beef to, I mean, you name it. It's everything that you could possibly have with chicken wings.
Perfect.
You have the Asian version. I've done a kind of a Wolfgang Puck version before, but some of these are just really
so
sinful.
that seems to go a little sweet, right, with the Asian stuff and the
it's
sesame
kind of, it's
oil
kind of
and
like
all
that.
stuff.
It's like a duck sauce,
Right.
you know, the Hwasong sauce.
I don't think that's how you say it. Is it Hwasong sauce?
Hoi,
I can't remember.
hoisin, or hua.
Something.
Anyway, HOIS. You know what
If
I'm talking
anyone knows,
about.
let us know.
You know what I'm talking about. But I mean, chicken wings, how about this with golden mushroom and chef salad on the side with all this cheesy, creamy
Delicious.
goodness. I mean, it's...
Do you like the wings that are hot?
I love
Spicy,
them. Yeah,
me
with
too.
the Tabasco sauce.
Because you know what happens when they're hot, don't you?
Well, then you want to drink more.
With some beer.
Yeah, I knew you were going to say that. The nacho platter. You got to have a nacho platter. You like to have it just with beans and cheese.
Here's how I do my nachos. I'll tell you, it's the delicious corn chips. If you can make them from scratch, even better. You know, you cut up the corn tortilla, you deep fry them, a little bit of oil and salt, blot them on a paper towel. You lay those out on a platter. You do some, if you want, homemade refried beans, which, you know, take a couple of days. Obviously, you got to soak them, then you cook them all day.
And what you have to do, like my dad, like Chucky would say, individually turn each one over.
Each bean.
That's all I'm saying. It
I
has
know.
a better impact.
It does, I know. And if you don't, obviously that's a pain, so you can just do the canned refried beans. Then some sliced onion or chopped up onion and some delicious cheddar cheese. You put it in the broiler, you brown it up, put some of those jalapenos on the top. Bam! That is so delicious. How do you do yours?
I like to add beef.
Do you?
Or ground turkey.
Ooh.
And almost like the layered dip. So you're having the layers of the beef and the beans and then a couple different kinds of cheese. And then some chips to get mushy, but then another layer of meat and cheese and sour cream.
That
And then
sounds
crispy
good.
chips. In fact, well, go ahead, keep talking.
Well, do you do the delicious salsa? You do the delicious salsa?
I had to reach in. I mean,
I gotta get a chip
as
now.
we were talking about
Give
it,
me a
I
couple of those.
just thought I would do a
These
quick
are delicious. Yeah, that's exactly what I'm saying.
Yeah,
Yeah, that's what I mean.
yeah.
Crispy. You want crispy, you also want soggy with the oils from the cheese and the meat all coming together and the sour cream
Yeah.
and the beer.
And then it's all about the beer for you.
Yeah.
And then you have to have cilantro, I think. And also
that's
olives.
true. I
Black
love cilantro.
olives. Black olives are cool.
You know how I cut cilantro? With
I
scissors.
shave it.
I do scissors.
Oh, you do scissors?
Yeah.
I hold them down and I just shave them.
Okay.
So that the leaves are just pointing down and it's really fast.
That's
Just
a good
shave
idea.
it from the stems. All right. Another really good one is potato skins. Again, if you go, here's a good website, cooks.com. Potato skins are awesome.
They are so good.
And you load them up with chili or cheeses and sour
So
cream.
you're talking my language, chili.
Now, depending on the teams, the two teams that go head to head, you could pick the right kind of fixins that would go on top of the potato skins for the two
Right, San
teams.
Francisco 49ers, you get some diced tomatoes, you get that red, and then what do you do for the
New England, you got some clam chowder.
delightful?
In fact, we love the idea, if you were going to have New England in the game, have some clam chowder, and maybe if San Francisco is in the game, you'd have a sourdough bread bowl, and you carve out the center of the bread, right? And then you put the clam chowder inside.
So food that's indigenous to where the teams come from.
Crab cakes.
Maryland crab for Tom Brady,
Yeah.
right?
And then for New
Not
York.
to infer that Tom has crabs.
No.
No, but that Maryland crab
Right.
cakes. Correct.
And we found some luscious places where you can have them shipped in. And for New York, you've got to have, for the New York Giants, you've got to have the pizza.
Right.
Right?
Love it.
So these are places where you can have the food delivered to you. What is it's called? what is it? It's H&M Baltimore is best. And it's G&MRrestaurant.com. And you basically, or Google H&M Baltimore's, it is known as the best crab cakes in the state of Maryland.
And they'll ship it overnight.
And
to
they'll
you.
ship it in 24 hours.
Yeah,
and
it's
when you
amazing.
look at the website, these things look like croissants
They were voted the best crabs in Maryland, I think, 5 years running.
by everyone.
Yeah.
And then, of course, if you are a New York fan, you want to have some pizza. Or you don't even have to. I mean, regardless, it's fun to have pizza. Why not have it shipped from the best pizza joint in New York?
There's something about pizza from New York. They all say it's the water. It makes the dough a specific flavor.
Really?
And I tend to agree. You know, like in France, if you've ever been, the butter makes the croissant, correct? Mm-hmm. I've never had a croissant in LA that is as good as in France. So anyway, to your point.
The best one
pizza.
it's called Rocco's Pizza, and it's $74. Done. You have it overnight.
Yeah.
Anyway, we're going to put all this on the website because we are running out of time, but we'll be back next Saturday with more fun to talk about all kinds of good things. Well, we didn't cover the drinks, so we'll cover the drinks next Saturday.
Well, beer. Just get some
well,
beer.
there's also that fun one, the Fallen Angel, that is
a great cocktail.
or the Big Ship.
That's our friends at Imbibe, right?
We're going to share those tips.
Absolutely.
But be sure to go to yourhomewizards.com. Check out our Facebook page. You'll see the picture of Eric with the alligator and the snake, and we have all kinds of great tips to keep you going through the week to help you improve your home and improve your life.
That's it.
Yeah.
I'm so excited to be here 8 to 10. This is a fun time.
Yeah,
for
email us too. Let us know the kind of topics that you would love to hear, because we're here for you to help you just kind of find your way so that when you are home, whether it's an apartment or a big place or something in between, that you just say, you know what, life is pretty darn good.
Exactly.
Yeah. And coming up in the next week, also next Saturday, you can join us at the LA Convention Center because it's a big travel show. We're going to be there with Rudy Maxa and a lot of other folks talking about travel experiences, too. So a bonus edition of Home Wizards next Saturday in the afternoon.
Fantastic.
Yeah. So have a great day. Stay warm. And until next time, remember this. The key is under the mat. Bye-bye, everybody.
Hey now, you're a rock star. Get the show on. Get paid.
I'd say that was a pretty successful broadcast.
Stars break the mold. It's a cool place, and they say it gets colder. You're bundled up.